Wait, say what? Y'all are going to the courthouse?
Yeah, going right to the courthouse.
You shaking your head like, yeah, we doing the courthouse. Y'all ain't broke. Y'all make $250,000 a year together. Why y'all going to the court? Okay, wait. How much does it cost to get married at the courthouse?
$25.
20.
What's happening? No captain. We with AO, about to get a plate bowl. Pull up to the table. Let's go.
So the number one reason for divorces in America, they say, is because of the lack of finances and financial intelligence within the marriage. I really can't say that people are breaking up because of money. I think they're breaking up because of some of the deeper things than money, but money is the surface problem, right? And I think it's because of mindsets, because of lack of communication and that kind of stuff. And I was surfing Instagram one day, like I normally do, just looking for great stories, amazing stories who actually do and practice what I preach and I teach. And I saw this young man actually, and he was talking about how he just paid off some student loans. And then I saw this amazing, beautiful queen next to him, and I was like, yo, wait, what's going on here? So I read up a little bit more on their story, and you guys, they are definitely practicing what I preach. Today, we're gonna really talk about, the mindset of young couples and what they are doing, how they're maximizing their single season, how to maximize your single season before getting married, so your marriage at least has a stronger foundation. Not that you're gonna be perfect, because you can't be perfect, but you can start off your marriage with a strong foundation. And this young millennial couple is doing that. This young Haitian and black couple is doing it. So before we get to his amazing couple, Fritz and his amazing, beautiful fiance, to-be wife, Chante, I wanna remind you, number one, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, whether you're on YouTube or listening on podcast. If you're listening on podcast, can you drop us a 5-star review? If you're gonna drop anything less than that, shoot me an email and let me know, hey, what we could do better for your experience. But we're really trying to spread this message and help people get out of debt, help people build wealth, help people really start building the legacy that they deserve to build. And then also, man, you guys, the holidays are coming up. This is when a lot of people are starting to spend a lot of money, from Thanksgiving, Black Friday, what do they call that internet thing? What do they call that, y'all? A Cyber Monday, Christmas, birthdays, or the last quarter of the year is one of the years that a lot of people spend a lot of money, and also fraud goes up. We're spending more and more time online and shopping this quarter. And the average consumer has 100 online accounts this quarter. And the average U.S. household has 25 connected accounts to their bank account on top of the 100 accounts that they have. And why am I saying this? This is also the time when the consumers are spending more money, so are people when it comes to fraud. And I wanna make sure that you all are protected as you're going into the holidays. We have Halloween coming up, parties are gonna be coming up, costumes are gonna be coming up. We're gonna be buying pumpkins and Christmas trees here and a bunch of Thanksgiving gifts and a bunch of Thanksgiving turkeys and all this kind of stuff. And I wanna make sure that you position yourself, watch this, to be covered with ID theft, with bank account monitoring, with making sure that as you're spending money online and as you're enjoying this last quarter of the year 2022, that you are protected. So I want you to check out my friends over at Aura. You can go to not Anthony O'Neill, you can go to aura.com/Anthony. Again, that is aura.com/Anthony. Y'all, they're gonna give you 14 days for free. And then also your low monthly payment, they're gonna monitor your bank account. So anytime your credit card, if you have a credit card, your debit card, your bank accounts, your driver's license, your passport, anything that you put on this account is used, you get a notification within a matter of 5 minutes. And I love that because, and I'm gonna suggest this, go into the Aura and put anything above a threshold of $50. You need to get notified every single time you spend $50 or more, or your account is debited $50 or more. So that way you can always be on top of it, especially during this season. Because when you go to the gas station, put your card in and come out, man, there's people out there robbing you that way. So you gotta be very mindful. So I want you to have some protection going into this season, and they're gonna monitor your bank accounts. They're going to monitor your credit report, make sure no one's opening up a credit card in your name during this holiday season. And as soon as something does happen, they're going to put $1 million worth of insurance behind you to get you your stuff back, your money, your ID, you name it. So go to arbor.com/Anthony. And y'all, let's get into today's conversation because, man, we got this amazing young couple here doing their thing. They're both 27 years old. And I was like, yo, what was I thinking, you know, at this age? So, yo, Fritz, Chante, welcome to the show. What's up? Hey, give me some love, too. Give me some love. Give me some love. All right, so I want to get straight into it because I love y'all's story. I love y'all's journey, right? So let's get straight into it. Number one, how old are both of you all? 27, right?
27.
Okay, and you're not married yet?
Yep, not yet.
When y'all get married? January of 2023?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, cool. And then how much debt combined and separate did y'all start with?
So I started with 172.
Okay, 172,000.
Yeah.
And then you started with?
For my student loans, 33,000.
Okay. 33,000.
Mm-hmm. And
Anything
then for
else?
my car, it's about 44,000.
You started with 44,000?
Yeah.
Goodness gracious, what kind of car you got?
BMW
What kind?
X2.
Okay then. She said I got me a BMW. It's the black man's wealthy car. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. The black man's wealthy car. So $249,000, and y'all met when?
2019.
2019. So this is what y'all had. Well, this is what y'all had at the beginning of what? 2000 when? 249,000 combined. So when did you have your 172? 2019?
Yeah, because I finished my master's when I was 25.
Okay.
So then I finished in total $68,000 worth of student loans.
$68,000 in student loans.
Yeah, $54,000 worth of car debt. I got two beams.
You have two black
And I bought
man's
my mama
wealthy-
a car.
what? And you bought your mama one?
I was just flexing.
You had three then.
Yeah, three. But
What are you driving?
now I drive a Beam too, but it's paid off though.
Okay. But what kind is it? I like Beamer.
428.
Okay, you got a
convertible.
convertible.
Yeah.
In New York?
Yeah.
Boy, it's too cold for a convertible in New York.
That's a hard time, so you can't even tell.
Oh my gosh, man. Oh my God. Okay. So let's start from the beginning. $249,000 when y'all first met. What was the conversation that started the journey of like, hey, well, wait, before you answer that question, how much debt do we have left now out of the $249,000 combined between you two?
24,000.
$24,000 out of the 249,000?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is as of two and a half years ago?
Yeah. 2019.
20, 21, 20. Yeah, so we're going on 3 years. Let's be real. Going on 3 years. Wow. Okay, this what? What? Oh my gosh. That's some work. What started this journey between you two? Because the reason why I think I'm really shocked is that you two are not even married and you two started attacking the debt. So what started the journey? Why? You know, you're 24 when y'all started this. Young, you're RN, both of y'all successful, you know what I'm saying? Both of y'all handsome, attractive, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what started this journey and why did you want that so much?
Well, I seen you on the Dave Ramsey show.
Oh man,
I seen you on the Dave Ramsey show. And I was like,
guy.
Growing up, I never had any role models, you know. I grew up in a neighborhood where only person I looked up to was either like the football players, because a lot of people either made it to the league, you know, rappers. Around my neighborhood was like dope boys too. So it's like, I didn't have much role models, but one day I seen you on the Dave Ramsey show and I was just like, yo, if he can do it, why can't I? So I was just like, I'm gonna meet him one day.
Oh man. Making me sad.
Kind of how it happened.
making me emotional. Man, okay, cool. So you're inspired by the work that I was doing with Ramsey, which, man, again, I'm inspired by the work Ramsey and his organization is doing, you know? And so when you saw that, what was the next step for you?
So I was always watching the show with my dad.
Okay.
You know, I was just like, because I was like his primary caretaker at the time. So I was just like, Dad, you know, I really want to do this, you know. But I was like, I was doing the steps, but I was doing it like ish. I wasn't really like about it.
Yeah.
But I think like when he passed away in 2020,
Oh man.
I went all in.
You went all in.
I went all in. 6 days a week.
When did y'all connect? When did y'all get together? Uh-oh. Why y'all laughing?
Man, I seen her at the job.
Wait, the job?
Yeah, at the job.
Okay, so when you was... Wait, because she's an RN too?
Yeah,
Y'all was working together?
yeah. She's a nurse.
You was fraternizing with the employees. Oh, man. So how did this... Walk me through that, bro. So walk me through that. So you saw her where? She was working? What was she doing?
So my brother, I was praying. I was praying because I'm not gonna lie to you, like...
You were praying?
I was praying because the lifestyle I was living, I always had a mindset where I was always thinking like, quantity is like, like quantity. And I found myself like in church and just like, I can't be living this lifestyle. Like
Yeah.
all these different women, like I need to, like if I'm trying to change my life, I need to make a change. So
Right.
I've just been praying to God to show me something. God told me to focus on my purpose, focus on school and eventually like, my prayer. So I did that. And first day on the job, during the interview, my manager was like, yo, I got somebody for you. And like
Your manager?
Yeah. She seen me. I came in with the suit. So I came with the suit and she was just like, my old manager, my ex-manager, she was just like, yo, you saying you got somebody for you? I was like, at the time I was situation like, nah, who you got? It's like, nah, this person's too good. She didn't want to tell me. She did not want to tell me. So
For real?
she didn't want to tell me. So because she said, nah, you got to take care of your situation first because you live in because she could tell like my conversation.
Your swag was
Yeah. She was
I
like,
got several of them.
yeah. So she was like, nah, I don't want to. She didn't want to just, So basically, I had to find out. So I was just trying to look around. I'm not gonna lie to you. I slid in every DMs, every night shift nurse DMs. I was just trying to find out, yo, what's up? How you? You might call me crazy, but then I just seen her walk by me, and I looked at her eyes, and I was like, that's my wife.
What?
Just like that. She thought I was crazy.
What?
She thought I was crazy.
You saw her, y'all two caught eyes.
No, she walked by me.
Oh, you just saw her eyes.
Yeah.
She didn't see you though.
No, she was just so focused, man. She was unimpressed. Writing her report, not even paying attention to me. I was just like, yeah, she's the one.
So when did you recognize Fritz?
When we started working together.
So how long before you saw her and then y'all two started working together? How long was that?
No, we was working together by then. I seen her at work.
Oh, okay.
Change the shift.
So how'd you approach this? Because you slid in all the girls' DMs, so I'm pretty sure the ladies were talking like, yo, my nigga in here hungry.
So,
Dang, she was like,
So that's what happened. Her friend said, yo, he slid in my DMs too.
What?
She put me on blast.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so I seen her, but like, nah. I try to explain myself,
My man said, nah, it ain't like that.
Yeah. But,
So how'd you make the approach then? I mean, because you done slid in all the ladies' DMs, so clearly everyone know around there that you looking for something.
So I asked her out on a date.
You asked her out on a date. You just walked up to her and said, yo, will you go out with me?
Yeah, now I went out to her too, and I was telling her, hey, like, I sent her DMs. I was like, yo, I want to like take you out one day. And then she ignored me on purpose. She didn't write back. So then when I see her the next day at work, I said, I know you see my DMs. She was like, this boy's crazy.
Why'd you leave him on red though?
Because he had something going on. I didn't want to be a part of that, so.
Oh, he had something going on at the job or just outside the job that you knew
Outside
of?
of the job.
Oh, so her people told her that you had some stuff going on.
Yeah.
And so what was your response when he pulled up to you at the job?
I didn't know what to say.
She would just walk by me.
She just walked right past you when you said
It
it?
was like, damn, it's hard to get.
So how did you get her then?
So I actually prayed because like I had to change. Like I figured out like, you know what, like it can't be the same because a lot of people I used to mess with, it's like they were easily impressed. You know what I mean? But she's like independent. She already lived by herself. The drop top didn't impress her. Nothing impressed her. Like everything that I thought would impress her didn't. Like she was independent. She was able to do everything by herself. So I had to change who I was as a person. So I started just like, you know what, like I got to change this mindset. So it has to be quality over quantity. So I have to just like focus on changing who I am as a person, and then like when I change who I am as a person, maybe she'll see that and she'll see that I'm really trying to change. I'm really trying to be a different person. I'm not who I used to be.
Yeah.
So I think when
saw
she
it.
seen that, she took
How
a
long?
chance.
So after she kind of like just ignored you for a while, how long before she gave you a shot?
Like a few months.
Few months? You weren't playing.
No.
I was giving up.
You was giving up.
I was not giving up.
Oh, you wasn't?
He was very persistent.
Were you dating anyone else at that time?
No.
You was just working. So y'all get together, and I'm curious about the money conversation, because one of the things that I know, especially within the 20s, we ain't talking about no money. And we definitely talking about how much debt we have at 24, at 25 years old. How did that conversation come up? Like, hey, I want us to start attacking this debt together.
He started telling me more about being debt-free, and I had about like $12,000 in my savings just for emergencies.
25, you had 12 grand just sitting there. Come on. And you know why I'm amazed by that, right? Because, like, not even 42% of the people, I think it's 42, 48, I can't remember exactly, but it's in the high 40s for sure, don't even have $1,000 sitting in their savings account. And you telling me at 25 years old, you had 12,000 just sitting there. What made you put 12,000 in your savings without...
Well, I had moved out on my own.
Okay.
So I put it aside for emergencies,
And did-
just in case.
Is that family taught you that, or you was just like naturally, like, I just need that?
Yeah, just naturally. Because I
Naturally.
didn't want to move back home.
Yeah.
So,
And then you was living in New York. And so 12,000, with your living expenses at that time, if you did lose your income, how long could that 12,000 take you? 1 month, 1 week? Like, how? Because, you know, New York is expensive.
maybe like a month or two.
A month or two,
Yeah.
12,000 in New York. All right. So he started talking to you about getting out of debt. At first, what was your initial thought about getting out of debt?
I hadn't really thought about it until he brought it up to me.
For real? Why? I'm curious.
I don't know. I just didn't really think about it.
How did you bring it up? Or why did you bring it up?
I brought it up because, like, I just grew up, like, really broke. Like, I grew up really poor, like, in my mindset. So I was always trying to find ways and to, like, just get to that next level. So I grew up in a 1-bedroom apartment with, like, my 4 sisters. You
Wow.
know? Like, you know, I'm the youngest of 5. So it's
Okay.
like, I slept in the bed with my mom and dad, not because I wanted to. You know, I had no choice. Like, there was only one bed, and I was, like, the only guy. So I slept next to my dad, my head and feet put the other way, you know what I mean? So it's like, I thought that was normal, you know what I mean, until I started going to school, and people were talking about my bedroom, my this, why can't you do your homework? And like, I have my own bedroom. So my mom started saying, you can't tell people your living situation. So, yeah, so I started like, wow, we're broke. I didn't even realize we were broke. I thought it was like a big, happy family, like everyone just like being next to each other. So I grew up like that, and going through school and then just going through, you know, poverty and not even hiding it, you know, trying to flex, because everyone's trying to live a flexing mindset and lifestyle in my area, you know. So I was just like, you know what, like, I told my dad, like, he gotta just, you know, my dad felt ill. That's what happened.
Okay.
He felt ill. You know, he was, I'm happy he was in my life, but he got sick.
Okay.
He got really sick, and so I had no choice but to take care of him, you know. So while I was taking care of him, kind of sucked, because, like, my mom couldn't, he was helping. We already couldn't pay the bills. Now the lights is getting cut off. Now we have no water to take a shower. Now I got to go to my cousin's house to take a shower. So I became his primary caretaker. And I wasn't getting no good grades. I was just like an F student. You know, I didn't care about that. I care about football, although I played the bench. But I was like, I gotta make it in sports or one of these things. But after I graduated, I didn't make it. I was just like, damn, what am I gonna do? You know?
Yeah.
So I guess I started doing get rich quick, like, you know, them schemes, stuff like that. I tried whatever, but it wasn't working out. And as my dad started getting sick, like, you know, got kidney failure.
Okay.
I felt like things started to click.
Yeah.
like things started to click. I just started to understand everything. You know, my teachers used to tell me like in college, like, you know, it's not like it's not. I don't think it's for you.
Yeah.
Because my grades was terrible and I didn't really care about it. But then once my dad started getting sick and bills couldn't get paid, I had no choice. Like I was like, nah, I got to do this for my mom. Like we about to get kicked out of this one bedroom. You know what I mean? So it's like, nah, I gotta change my life. Like I told my dad, I'm gonna do it for us. Like don't worry about working. I got us. And so that's what really switched it off. I really like snapped kind of and just started reading, like reading every day, like just reading so many books. And I fell upon Dave Ramsey book.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Then I fell upon your book, and then just my mindset just completely switched. I'm like, nah. And then I seen her, so I was like, so this is what we're gonna do.
And was it hard to convince her to start paying off her debt?
You know what?
Because at that time you were a new boyfriend.
Yeah.
That at a few months ago she didn't want to deal with you.
Yeah.
So like, was it a hard conversation to bring up money that early into the relationship?
Nah, because when I was sitting next to her, like trying to talk to her, I was telling her the vision before she even said yes to the first date. I was like, girl, you don't understand. Like, we gonna own properties. We gonna be a millionaire. I'm telling you, this is what we gonna do. She's looking at me like I'm crazy at the computer, and she's like, I'm not even dating this guy. What is he talking about? I would like show her stuff on Zillow and like, what do you think about this? Like while we're just on the computer, change the shift. And she's, what is this boy talking about? So I brought up money.
So Chante, yo, talk to me, sis. Talk to me. I need you to tell me what was going through your head. You told this dude, I don't want to date you. You were ignoring him. You ignored the DM. Y'all sitting next to each other. Y'all out there saving lives. You know what I'm saying? You're healing the sick. You know, but he over here trying to heal his heart and get you. When he's showing you homes and telling you we're gonna be millionaires and y'all not even dating, what was going through your head about this brother? I'm like, seriously, don't worry about his feelings. It's just me and you talking in front of the whole world. But what was going through your head at that time?
Honestly, I didn't even think he was serious.
You thought he was
wasn't
playing?
Yeah, I wasn't taking him seriously.
So when did you take him serious?
More when we started dating.
So what made you give him the first date then?
He was very persistent. So it's like, let me just give him a chance and see how it goes.
And on what date did you be like, yeah, I want to be with this guy? Was it date 1? Was it date 2? Was it a while? Like I'm curious in your head. Like, when did you say, yeah, Fritz that's my guy?
I'd say like after a month.
After a month. When did you feel like she was taking you serious?
So we was talking for a year. You know what I mean? And
A whole year?
Yeah, we was just talking. You know what I mean? She really made me work. So I ain't know. I was giving. I wasn't giving up, but I was like, damn, this is a lot of work. Like,
did you date anyone else while you was trying to talk to her?
no, she had me cut everybody off. Like
For a whole year of
yes.
just talking?
Just talking. It was like a real investment. I'm like, I'm sacrificing all these money.
A whole year.
Yeah.
No dating, just getting to know each other at work. Were y'all talking on the phone at least for that year?
Well, we went on dates.
Okay.
Throughout that year.
Throughout that year. You weren't playing, huh?
Nah.
You was like, yo, I ain't, nah, bro. I already heard about you. You try to holler at my girl. Nah. Man, that's crazy. Okay, cool. So y'all get together. Y'all have the conversation about getting out of debt. So she had already heard the vision before you even said, hey, get out of debt. So that's what made it easier for y'all to start attacking your debt as a dating couple now.
Yeah.
Well, I still thought he was crazy because he told me
What?
to put $10,000 on my student loans, put $1,000 in my savings, and go from there. I was like, "Are you crazy?
Oh,
This
that's
is
that.
my
that's
emergency
that for,
money."
That's that for sure. 7 baby steps from Dave Ramsey.
Yeah.
He's legit. You know what I'm saying? So did you do it?
I did, yeah.
You did it?
Yeah.
How did you feel? Like when you put $10,000 when you took $10,000 out of your savings account and you put it towards your debt, did you tell anyone else what you were doing?
Just my mom.
And what did your mom say?
She didn't really say anything.
She didn't. I like mama. So how did you feel emotionally? You took that money out and you put it towards your dad.
Yeah, it was kind of hard, but then when I saw the number go down, it felt good.
Did it? So at that time, you said you had how much?
At that point, it was 33,000.
So it went down to what, about 23, I'm thinking, after interest and stuff like that? And then did that spark something in your head to be like, yo, let's go?
Yeah, seeing that number go down, yeah.
So what was the conversation from there? Did y'all like meet? Did y'all put a strategy together? Like how did y'all, combined income as a dating couple, y'all paid off close to $200,000.
Yeah.
What was the strategy? Did you just use the baby steps at all? Like what was the encouragement behind it? How much were you making on average a year?
On average, well, I started making, I think I was making like 6 figures since I was like 24.
Wow, straight out of school, 6 figures?
Yeah.
You shaking your head, you was doing that too?
22.
No, I wasn't.
What were you doing?
Like 80 to 90,000 a year.
Where y'all at now?
Like together?
Together?
Combined income.
Over 250.
Over 250 and you 27. My God. So 250 and y'all got $24,000 left, which is your car. And you said you want that paid off before y'all get married.
Yeah, for January.
Is this a mutual thing? Like y'all both want this paid off before y'all get married? Why? I'm curious.
We trying to be debt free. We trying to attack the house. We're not done.
Wait, how much do you have left on the house?
130.
Yeah, bro, y'all can pay that off next year.
Yeah.
Why though? At 27, why? Why is that so important at 27 years old?
Compound interest. If I start maxing out my investments now, there's no way I can't make it. Either way, I'm gonna be a millionaire.
Dang. So all this waiting, you got you a good man. He just like me. We both had our issues and situations and drama and several ladies, and we probably done hurt some ladies in the past with our foolishness. You know what I'm saying? But I think what I'm seeing from this brother is like, yo, I screwed up, I effed up, but now I'm gonna move forward. I'm gonna do right. Give me some love first. Give me some love on that boy. I can't even get upset about that. So I'm curious, man. How much does nursing school cost? And I'm curious, is there a way, if y'all could go back, is there a way to pay for nursing school or get your nursing degree cheaper or faster? Like, is there a way? Because you know my book, Debt Free Degree, I believe in the degree. I don't believe in paying, I believe in paying for the degree, but I don't believe in racking up all that debt for the degree. So if y'all could go back, is there anything that y'all would do differently to not have as much debt in the student loan situation?
So I tried doing it like the right way. So like I went to community college first.
You did?
Yeah, I mean, after I was done like trying to do the get rich stuff, I said, all right, let me go to my local community college.
Okay.
So I went there, but I couldn't get into that nursing program. I took the entrance exam like 3 times and I failed. And the teacher told me just give up. She said,
What?
Yeah.
Your teacher said just give up.
She told me just give up. I'm like, why should I give up? She's like, cause your grades, like you keep it sad. And I'm just like, so when she told me that, I was like, all right. So she was right. I didn't make it into that nursing program. I graduated with just an associate. So I was kind of discouraged, but somebody in my church told me like, hey, there's something called LPN that you can do.
Okay.
So I did that. I did the LPN program, and my luck, that's kind of when like my dad got sick.
Okay.
So that's when things started clicking. And so I did the LPN program. So, you know, my family had no money, so I had no choice but to take loans, but it wasn't that much. So I would recommend people do LPN first. If you could do the community college route, that'd be like the best way if you could pass the test entrance exam. But
Yeah.
I did the LPN route, and then from there I did LPN to RN.
What's the difference between the LPN to the RN from the community college route?
So I don't think it's much difference. I like being an LPN because you get to actually like work.
Oh.
You get to start working. As
Okay.
LPN, I was like making $25 an hour, so
Okay.
I got to like go on the field and see if I really like it. So I just couldn't do as much, and I was limited. Like I could only work like at rehabs or nursing homes. So
And how much is that program?
It was around, like, say, that program was around 13.
13,000.
Yeah, maybe, like, 13.
And the community college route, you're just in the classrooms for the first 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, I was in it for 3, but yeah.
For 3, okay. But then at LPN, you do classroom and work.
Yeah, and that was like a 10-month program.
10-month program.
Yeah. Yeah, did that.
And the community college is a 2-year situation.
2 to 3. Yeah. So I became an LPN, and people were still in the program that passed the test, which was funny. I actually became a nurse, and there were some people that were still in the nursing program because I did LPN to RN, and then I became a nurse. And one of my friends that passed the first try in the community college, like, she was still in the nursing program in the community college, and I was already at RN.
You was already RN.
Yeah.
What route did you take?
I did community college too
Okay.
for my associates.
Uh-huh.
So I had to do like 2 years of prerequisites.
Okay.
And then 2 years actually in the nursing program. for
In
my
the nursing
RN.
program. Okay.
And then I went on for my BSN,
What's the BSN?
bachelor's in nursing.
Bachelor's in nursing. And then, and is that where you stopped at the BSN? Mm-hmm. Okay. And then,
Oh yeah.
and then what, you didn't stop at bachelor's, right?
Nah, so I did my RN to LPN to RN, and then I was just hungry. So then at that point, I didn't really care. I was just taking on loans because I started to make sense. So I went from my RN to BSN, and then from there I went from my BSN to MSN. So I got my master's in nursing.
Master's in nursing.
Yeah.
Do you see y'all in the nursing field as a career? Like, do y'all actually enjoy the nursing career?
Oh, it's my passion and pleasure. It's not even
For
work.
real. What's your passion and pleasure about it?
So for me, it's my passion because, see, when my dad died from COVID, like in 2020, you know, I was calling that nurse. I was calling, like, the nurse every night because at the time I was a nurse. I was calling her, but you know, at the time people were afraid, so they left him, like, in the room, and it's like, he's okay, he's okay, he's okay. But then at the change of shift, when they actually went to go check on him, cold blue, cold blue, cold blue, you know? So, like, when I go to work, it's my passion because I get to be that nurse for, like, your family. When you go there, so it won't feel like work. Sometimes I work, like, 6 days a week, 12-hour shifts. I do it, like, consistently. I won't get tired because, like, I feel like I'm taking care of my dad. I feel like I'm taking care of, you know, like, my mom was sick too. I feel like I'm taking care of somebody. I'm that nurse for your family. So, yeah.
Because you lived it.
I lived it. And I've been going to the hospital with my dad. All like 10 years of him being in dialysis, I lived at the hospital.
You lived
Yeah,
at the
like when I was in nursing school, I was asking the nurses for help. Sitting down next to my dad, just asking the nurses, what is this? For my homework all the time.
And did they help you?
They did. Some questions, some of the doctors. I would always ask them questions like, what's this? What's that? Whenever they came in.
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
way before.
So you was getting the knowledge all day long. So you're helping your dad. You're going through the process. You're seeing what nurses are doing for your dad, what they're not doing for your dad. And it's like you're gaining the passion on the spot, literally.
Yeah.
Wow.
So my dad's not here, but I feel like I'm still taking care of him.
Is this your end goal, or do you eventually want to become a doctor one day?
So my dad, he told me he wanted me to be a doctor. I told him I'm trying to create like this new field of nursing called Nurse Millionaire.
Nurse Millionaire.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that. What does that mean?
It's basically a nurse that's a millionaire. You know what I mean? Just like you get to enjoy the field, you get to enjoy the passion, like without the stress. Because people go there and like they work so much, and it's just like they don't really get to enjoy it. They're going for the money, but if you're a millionaire, you have no debt, you have no problems. Now you go to work, you actually get to care for people. You actually get to enjoy what you do.
Nurse Millionaire.
Yeah.
And I think that's really easy and possible.
Yeah.
Because you're eliminating your debt. And then after that, you know, you got your emergency fund back up. And now you're just pretty much massing out all of your retirements. Now, what are you doing as far as in investments? You know what I'm saying? Are you investing into real estate, into land, into property, business ideas? What are you doing on that area?
So as soon as January hits and like we pay off her car, I'm maxing out my 401k.
Okay.
You know, save up to 15%, of course, but
Yeah.
then I'm gonna attack my house. You know, I'm gonna attack my house, and then I'm gonna purchase another property cash, and then I'm gonna invest. I'm just gonna invest, get into some Airbnbs and
Okay.
just things like that. You know, that's the goal.
So, y'all are getting married, you know, so y'all just paid off all this debt. Okay, let me see your ring there, dog. Let me see your ring. Okay, bro. Oh, Fritz, did you pay cash for this?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I can't keep my name. This thing look good, boy. This thing glisten all the way around, boy. Boy, that thing. Oh boy. Oh Lord. I'm curious. Like, what do your friends say when they see that ring? After all that time, and they know you was taking him through hell, and they know he tried to holler at half the ladies in the hospital, and you got him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she got that ring. That ring nice. I ain't gonna lie, no, but that ring nice. You paid for it cash. I like it. So clearly you put some money into the ring. I see that. How much are we investing in the wedding? And are we paying for it cash?
So, we're eloping.
You're eloping?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're doing like a destination wedding?
Nah. Like, we going to a courthouse.
Say, wait. Wait, say what? Y'all are going to the courthouse?
Yeah, going right to the courthouse.
You shaking your head like, yeah, we doing the courthouse. Y'all ain't broke. Y'all make $250,000 a year together. Why y'all going to the court? Okay, wait. How much does it cost to get married at the courthouse?
$25.
$25.
Yeah. Those other weddings, it's not in the budget. It's not in the budget.
But bro, y'all make $250,000 a year. You can't put $10,000 into your wedding?
Nah, I mean, I don't live off of like, what, 40? We don't live off 40 of that? We don't see the rest of that money.
Where's the other money going?
Debt, save, invest. We live off of like 40K. We live broke. I only give myself $200 a week.
200.
That's it.
You make $250,000 a year. Y'all live together, and y'all live off of $40,000 income.
Yeah, we don't see the rest.
How much is your mortgage payment, mind me asking?
My mortgage?
Yeah.
$1,000.
What's this, a one-bedroom,
Two bedroom, two bath. Nice little condo, nice little...
in New York?
Yeah. I got it. I seen it. I was saving money, and then like I seen it during COVID. It was like a foreclosure, but I looked at it, I'm like, this ain't no foreclosure. So like, I snatched it. I had, I had the PMI ready. I got it.
And you snatched. So how much is the house worth?
So I purchased it for $150. It's worth like $225 now. Yeah, $225.
So yeah, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. And y'all are living in New York off of $40,000.
Yeah.
Is it difficult?
Yeah, it's a struggle.
It is a struggle.
Mm-hmm. Struggle every week.
Since all the prices went up on everything.
Yeah.
Especially groceries. Yeah.
A couple living off of $40,000 in New York.
I don't feel it. I've been broke. She's the one who's...
No, I'm good, bro. I'm used to sleeping there smelling my daddy feet. That don't smell good. Her feet smell better than your daddy feet. That's all I know.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I know. You know, her feet smell... Well, clearly it smell good. You're sleeping in the bed. Why is it hard for you? I'm curious.
I mean, I wasn't used to that.
You wasn't. Yeah, because you was living on your own. Mm-hmm. You was doing your own thing.
I was, yeah.
And were you at the time of meeting him, if you was making 80 after taxes and everything, that means you was living off of 60. And you was enjoying your life.
I was, yeah.
So when y'all move in together, mm-hmm. He says, yo, we got to go down to where one was living off of 60, but we both got to live off of 40? But what I'm guessing, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's the vision that keeps you all going. Mm-hmm. But you're still driving your Beamer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You still driving your Beamer. You all got heat, water. So, okay, let's go there. What about date nights? Do y'all do date nights?
We're homebodies.
So y'all don't like going out?
We do occasionally, but...
Y'all just like to stay home.
When I tell you I became a chef, I became a chef. I cook whatever she wants, whatever she needs, I'll cook it myself. Like,
do you cook?
I do, but he cooks better than I do. I'm not gonna lie.
My man, so you doing all the cooking?
Yeah.
Do you clean up at least the kitchen after he cook?
Yeah, I do.
So that's the agreement. You cook, you clean.
We do it both. I taught her everything I know, so we both do it. You know what I mean? We both do it.
Yo, the dynamic of this relationship is unique. It's like We make over $250,000. I make $250,000 a year. We live off of 40, so that brings down to 210. Combined income after taxes, starting off at 250, you're probably paying about 38 to about 50,000 in taxes. You know, probably a little bit more. So let's say, yeah, you'd probably be right around $200,000, 190 on taxes, because it's two single people still, because y'all can't register as combined income. So yeah, you're about 190. Then you take $40,000 of that off. You know what I'm saying? And you're living in New York. That's 190 to brings you down to 150. That means y'all are putting in $150,000 a year towards your debt. Living in New York as a couple. Because the vision is we want to be debt free by the time we get married. I was just telling my my team upstairs, I was like, yo, when people want to get out of debt, they get out of debt. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And you know how many people tell me, oh, you can't live off of $42,000 a year? Boy, I hope y'all shut the hell up after y'all see this. I mean, a couple living in New York is like, yo, it's difficult. It's not just one, it's two. Two people living off of $42,000 a year. Not saying that it's easy, but they're saying that the vision is worth being uncomfortable for a season. Mm-hmm. Because now what's going to happen? Y'all going to get married. Y'all making $250, so you're seeing about $17,000 a month, and only about $1,000 that going towards the marriage as of the mortgage as of January. Maybe you probably go up in a little bit of expenses, maybe about $1,500 going towards expenses. You still got 15 grand sitting there. But from what I'm understanding, y'all just gonna put that other 10 grand towards the mortgage.
Yeah.
That's gonna be 120, 125 next year you paid off. How much you got left?
130.
Oh, y'all paying up the mortgage next year. Y'all can't have a kid next year. Because if you do that, then that's gonna slow it down. So when y'all go on y'all honeymoon, wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? Wrap it up. I'll keep it real at the table. Wrap it up, or your pull-out game got to be right. I'm gonna keep it a buck like that. Because here's the thing, though, you don't want to add a kid to that situation if you really want to pay off the mortgage next year. If you really want to. But I'm gonna tell you what's gonna be dope. Because y'all income is just gonna go up. You know what I'm saying? So if you're at 250 combined income right now, I'm saying by the end of this time next year, after, little pay raises here and there or investments start rolling in, you're going to be at maybe 260, 265 between you two. So that means after taxes, now as a married couple, now as a homeowner, y'all going to be seeing about 225, 200 of that throughout the year. That's 20 grand a month. And y'all ain't got no debt. And y'all 28, 29 by that time? And y'all started with $200,000, $220-something thousand in debt? How does that make y'all feel? That by the time you turn 30, y'all sitting on 20 grand a month with nothing, with no debt.
It doesn't seem real, to be honest.
I'm gonna give you a warning, man. All them girls who gonna hate that they ignored this Negro. And they see y'all pulling up in paid for black man wealth cars. You know what I'm saying? Paid for homes. Like, y'all gonna really be enjoying life. Y'all are really going to be enjoying life. And I'm super excited. The very first thing you need to do is get life insurance in place if you don't have it already. You know what I'm saying? Because this is an amazing woman. She stuck by you. And I would encourage you to do life insurance, term life, before y'all get married. Because we don't know what life brings. And I say that because you guys, to be this young, to make $20,000, to have this amazing spouse on both of you all, if something happened to neither one of you all, I want to be able to, one of the key things about building wealth is not just about investments. It's about, okay, cool, how can I position my spouse to even win after I leave? That is one sign of good love, of strong love, that, hey, God is real. And I know one thing, I'm not going to be here forever. And I would hate for you to leave this earth and then for an example, say Fritz income, that's half of their income gone. Let's say they have a kid, she's gonna need his income to really provide a good life and to mourn if something was to happen. And your spouse, your loved ones will do that. And I tell this to all of my team, to all of my tribe, to my family members. Life insurance is not a sexy topic, but it's definitely a topic for the mature and for the people who love their families. Then I want to encourage you to check out my friends over at Ethos. You can go to anthonyoneil.com/ethos. And it'll take you not even 10 minutes. My producer did it. He did it in 10 minutes. You can get up to a $2 million policy with no blood work, no hospital visit, none of that. And it's going to cost you, at their age, for a $2 million policy, it's going to run them about $50. Just to get a $2 million policy. Do you know what that can do for your spouse, for your kids? You know what that can set them up to do if life was to happen? And let me tell you that back. When life happens, because it's going to happen, and I think about that every day. I really do, man. I'm like, dang, one day I'm going to go home and be with the Lord. I'm going to be up there enjoy. I'm going to be having a good time. And I just want to make sure that my family, when I look down at them, I can smile because I'm in a great place and I left them in a great place as well. So go check them out. 10 minutes. It only takes you 10 minutes and a small investment that can go a long ways for your loved ones and for your family. Go check them out. Yo, y'all have encouraged me today, man. Y'all have encouraged me today. What's next? And so you have this wedding that you're only spending $25 on. And what's so funny is you got the money, but y'all say it's still not in your budget. Why is it not in your budget? Because you're trying to pay off the home.
Yep.
So it's not in the vision.
It's not.
Okay, how much you dropping on? Y'all going on the honeymoon?
Yeah.
Where y'all going?
Jamaica.
Y'all going to Jamaica? Mm-hmm. Okay, you ain't doing that for $25.
No,
I know that for
we
sure.
drop a bag for that.
You dropped the bag for that one. My man leaned back. He said, "Oh, wait a minute. We drop a bag on that one. How much you spending on the honeymoon?"
$13,000.
$13,000.
Yeah.
What y'all doing? Sleeping on the lake or something? The water? God, dog.
Oh, man.
So why spend a lot on the honeymoon?
That's our night, We
Yeah.
trying
I feel like it's important.
She said, "Yeah, I feel like it's important." Mm-hmm. My man said, "How long y'all going for?"
A week.
And you only talking about night one. Yo, he was like, "That's our." You see what I got next to me, boy? That's our night right there. Yeah. Yo, she was like, "I feel like it's important." He was like, "Shoot, sure is, girl." I ain't even mad at that. We pay cash or we financing that?
That, it was like partial.
Okay.
But we paid it off already.
You already paid it off?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Man,
one of the points.
Listen, man. I'm in this new season of my life to where it's like a lot of people, I'm not going to tell people, you stupid, you dumb, no. My thing is, how do we get you to freedom?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And okay, cool. You put this, you finance that, you take out that. Okay, cool, great. I can't scream at you for the decision that you made. I want to guide you to the best decision, which is freedom. And y'all did that. You got $24,000 left on the car. You're gonna have that paid for by January. I mean, listen, what more can I say at 27? I can't ask for more of that. Like y'all are winning. Okay, cool. So when y'all come back from y'all's honeymoon, you only got $1,000 mandatory maybe. What's y'all's living expenses when y'all come back? To live, how much do you need?
To live a month?
Mm-hmm.
I'll say about $2,000.
Let me make sure I'm doing the math right.
$2,000 probably.
Let me make sure I'm doing the math right. You know what I'm saying? So you got $250,000. We're gonna minus, because y'all in that tax bracket. Are you above six figures by yourself? Cool, correct. So your tax bracket is a little bit lower. All right, so we're going to minus we're going to take off about like 40% of that right there. We're going to hit it right now. Yeah. We're going to hit it right there. Then minus, you said $40,000 a living. Yeah. Yeah, so y'all looking at about $110,000 that y'all can put towards debt.
Yeah.
Because you're in a tax bracket of 33%. She's going to be up there. So it's going to be about 40% of the money going in taxes. Yeah. And y'all only need $2,000. That's $24,000 to live a year. And then y'all can put all the rest towards that. What's y'all's encouragement to people? Because y'all not even married. I mean, y'all could be going tomorrow. She could wake up and be like, you know what, your feet stink. Or you could wake up and be like, yo, I don't like the way your feet stink, and I slept next to my daddy for all them years. And I don't want that smell in my life. And you could be going tomorrow, you know? But y'all said, yo, we're gonna attack this thing together as a couple that has no spiritual or legal obligation to each other. What do y'all say to couples who are watching right now and they can't get their significant other on the same page to get as aggressive as you all are? What are some things that they could do to have that conversation to get aggressive?
Well, one of the first things Chante kind of showed me is that she was in a phase of her life where she was working on herself before. That's why she was also kind of being hard to get.
Okay.
So she was working on herself, and she motivated me to work on myself. So I encourage people to before you become two, you have to you say, you know, maximize that single season.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you have to make use of not just the finances, but who you are. There's certain demons that you have to take care of before you get married. You know, that's what I believe. You just take care of yourself first. Love yourself so you can love someone else.
So what I hear you saying is before you can really have that conversation as a couple, make sure that you're having that conversation internally.
Yeah.
And then once you have that conversation internally, it's easier to have it as a couple because both of you all have been internally working on each other.
Exactly.
Man, listen. I ain't got nothing else to say. I hope that you all were inspired by this. I mean, I know I was. And I'm just excited for them both. January 24th, which is also the day that he proposed.
So exactly a year after.
Exactly a year after. They're getting married for $25. And they make $250,000 a year. And an expensive wedding was not in their vision. But getting out of debt was, so they can have true financial freedom and peace. By the time they 30, I won't be surprised if they already got them a nice little $1 million home, chilling out, traveling the world, saving people's lives, and enjoying life with I'll give my 2 kids by then, because y'all should see his face. She's calm, cool, and collected, but this nigga nah. Okay. All right. And then you know what they say about calm, cool, and collective ladies too. They're calm, cool, and collective on the outside, but at home she's probably the same way too. Okay, yeah. I want some kids too. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just excited because they laid down a foundation, man. They laid down a foundation and they said, hey, what do we want? We want freedom. We want peace. We want options. And I like how she was able to follow his lead and his suggestions after he earned it. I mean, that brother man earned it. I don't know if I would have just been talking to someone for a whole year. That's just Anthony O'Neill. But he knew what he wanted. He saw what he wanted. Clearly, God told him, that's your wife. And so he played the role. And because of that, now look at him. You know what I'm saying? 2 years later, they're debt-free, driving good cars, living in a nice home, and living a life that, in the words of Dave Ramsey, live literally like no one else. So you can live and give like no one else. And they're gonna live like no one else in their 30s because they were willing to make major sacrifices in their 20s that people in their 40s are not even willing to do. Here's my thing. Some of y'all can get upset when I say this. If you making over 6 figures in combined income and you don't live in New York and you ain't willing to live off of half of that, you don't want to get out of debt. You don't want freedom. You don't want options. No, what you want is a lifestyle that you're not willing really to get. It's not going to fall on your lap. They live in New York. He found him a foreclosure. And he said, yo, I'm going to stay here. He moved in this lady. And they said, yo, we're going to do this thing together. So when we do get married, man, we can go out there in our 30s and buy whatever we want to buy. At $250,000 a year, at $250,000, $260,000 a year, with no debt, because their DTI now was low, that's $1 million home. They can afford $1 million home. I don't know about the whole interest rate thing right now at 7%. You know what I'm saying? So they probably want to go down to about a $600,000 home right now at 7%. But when it was 2, 3, maybe 4%, that's $1 million home. That's $1 million home, easy. That's a $6,000, $7,000 mortgage payment, easy. But they making 20. Listen, y'all be making all these excuses. Y'all be making all these excuses. Oh my gosh, well, my husband is, my wife doesn't want to do this, or I don't want to do that. I want to have life. Nah, man, listen. 2 years of being uncomfortable can give you the next, actually not the next, can give you the rest of your life. Being real comfortable, I'm going to take the 2 years of being uncomfortable. That's what I'm going to do. Can you imagine bringing your kids and you could take them to a private school and you ain't hurting? Can you imagine having kids and say, Mom, Dad, you know, can I have some Jordans? Well, okay, cool. Let's talk about it. Let's educate you on money and how it works. And you're going to go work for these Jordans, but you got it. You know what it feels like if the car breaks down? You can take the car and get it fixed and you ain't got no issues. Do you know what it feels like as a couple? And I'm gonna be real with y'all, cause I ain't gonna talk about them. I was talking to a couple, and they called me, and the lady started crying. She said, Anthony, our finances are so bad that while we are having intimacy, but in my head, I'm thinking about how are we gonna pay this bill? I said, in my head, ain't no way in the world I'm having intimacy with my wife and our financial situation is in her head. Do you know how much more freedom that gives your love life when you don't have to worry about finances? Huh? Finances is not the end all be all, but it definitely is a great foundation to start on when you have no debt and you're making $20,000 a month as a combined couple. God almighty. Shabba-ba-ba-shi. Yo, listen, this has been a great show. We're going to put the information in today's show notes. If you want to get out of debt, they use my friends Dave Ramsey's. It's actually not Dave Ramsey anymore. It's Ramsey Solutions 7 Baby Steps called Financial Peace University. That's the course that they use to teach the 7 baby steps with him, Rachel Cruz, and George Camel. But then they have this whole program called Ramsey Plus. And I'm going to put their information in today's show notes because I'm telling you right now, that is the same baby steps that helped me get out of debt, that I really live off of the basics of what I teach. I have no problem admitting that because that impacted my life and it impacted their life. And now at 27, 28 years old, man, listen, freedom, peace, options. And so if you want to join that, if you want to get with your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, and y'all want to start it together, man, I'm going to drop it in today's show notes. Go check them out, sign up for the process, and listen, we'll see you on the next show. Peace out.